Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Hosting Cruz, and I'm here to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, statement performance by one of the top 168 pounders in the world, Diego Pacheco, stopping Sulecki, Sulecki in the 6th round with a liver shot, left hook to the body, body shot in the 6th round. Now, Sulecki, a veteran, been around in the sport, 35 years old, a little over the hill. You know, even though he was coming in with only 2 defeats, you know, he's been around. He's fought Gabe Rosado, Daniel Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade. So he's been in there with some top fighters, man. Pretty good record overall. But not a world beater. Never really been a world beater, even in his prime. A good fighter. Diego Pacheco became the first man to stop Sulecki in his career. Daniel Jacobs couldn't stop him. Demetrius Andrade couldn't stop him. Good fighters. Excellent fighters, I must say. None of them could have stopped him except Diego Pacheco. He changed that last night in the main event in Carson, California at the War Grounds, the Punch Bowl, a venue that I've hosted so many great fights over the years in boxing. Diego Pacheco, man, made a statement. So 22-0, 18 KOs. He's in line based on Eddie Hearn to fight Canelo Alvarez next. After Canelo more than likely beats Edgar Berlanga, and that fight will happen based on Eddie Hearn. He wants that fight next. He said the opportunity, based on the organizations, they're going to rank him at number 1 and put him in position to fight Canelo Alvarez next. And he said, we're going to go for it because it's like the lottery ticket. You know, it's like hitting a lottery. You got to jump on that opportunity. You got to take it. If the opportunity presents itself, take it. You know, I know many are going to say that he's not ready for it, just like how Edgar ain't ready for it. But if he's number 1 and he's in position to fight Canelo Alvarez, remember, boxing is not just about legacy and making history and doing something big in the sport, but it's also a business. And business-wise, for you, not only for you as a fighter, but your family. You know, now that Diego Pacheco has a daughter now, he's not only fighting for him, but he's fighting for her and his family. So business-wise, it will be smart for Diego to jump on the Canelo Alvarez fight. Because he's going to obviously get the biggest pay of his career by far. I don't know more or less how much Diego is making now in his career, but is way less than what he's gonna get against Canelo Alvarez. Against Canelo Alvarez, he's gonna be getting paid. He's gonna get money that he's never seen before. Period. Is an opportunity. He's 23 years old to step in there with a pound for pound great in Canelo Alvarez and make millions at 23 years old. To have that experience, win, lose, or draw, you step in there with one of the GOATs in the sport. That's something. You know, just stepping in there alone with Canelo Alvarez is an accomplishment. You know, not many fighters can say they're able to get that opportunity, that payday. You know, like how Canelo Alvarez always say, payday. Edgar's gonna get that payday in 2 weeks. But Eddie Hearn, man, being a promoter, you know, looking for his fighter's best interests, business-wise as well. So he's got to jump on that. He wants Diego to jump on that wagon, that Canelo Alvarez's wagon. Now, Eddie Hearn also says he wants Diego to fight Jaime Munguia in a fight that should be tremendous. You know, two Mexican warriors going at it, one Mexican American, one Mexican, full blown Mexican straight out of Mexico in Jaime Munguia. But all in all, man, the Mexicans are gonna come out. If the fight is done in LA, it's gonna definitely sell out. Vegas, sell out. Um, it's a Mexican clash, and it should be a pretty good fight. You got two good boxer punchers in there, two guys that like to mix it up. Both guys in their prime. Diego is not even. He's only 23. He's not even in his prime yet, physical prime. Jaime is. He's 27. Jaime is much more battle tested than Diego. So if you want to give the edge to somebody in this fight, in terms of experience and more proven, you gotta go with Jaime in this fight. Not counting out without counting out Diego though. Diego got fight ending power as well. He got that laser beam of a right hand, good jab. Um, Seems to have a shaky chin because Cosieres had him buzz a few times in the fight, had him going. And Jaime punches harder than Cosieres. So imagine Jaime lands in the chin of Diego. To me, Diego has a suspect chin. Um, it can get interesting, but yeah, Eddie Hearn wants Diego to fight Jaime, and Eddie Hearn wants Diego to fight Canelo Alvarez. Two big names in the sport, two top Mexican fighters. Interesting fights, man, for his career. Is he ready? Is he ready for them? Only God knows when that bell rings. A fight that I want to see Diego win is against Edgar Berlanga. I like that fight. Diego versus Edgar Berlanga is a tremendous fight. You got two boxer punchers, two guys in their 20s. Edgar more in his physical prime because he's 27 now. I feel Edgar is a little bit more battle tested. He's been in there with tougher competition. Diman Nicholson, Cosieres, just like Diego, also been in there with Cosieres. Um, Edgar's been in there with Alexis Angulo, Steve Rolls, now going in there against Canelo Alvarez, number one pound for pound, if not number one, or one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world today. To me, the star, the superstar in boxing, the face of boxing. You fight Canelo Alvarez, you're gonna get paid the most money ever in your career. So win, lose or draw for Edgar going into a Diego Pacheco fight. He's gonna be bringing in a lot of experience, and like I said, his resume is better than Diego. Win, lose or draw against Canelo Alvarez, he's gonna have Canelo Alvarez in his resume and that experience of jumping in the ring with him and going rounds with him. I don't know about decision, but going rounds with him. So Diego versus Edgar is a tremendous fight. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, you know how that is. That always sells. And anything can happen in that fight. You got two guys with punching power in both hands. Um, chins, chin's all right, but anything could happen. Both guys have a chance to win this fight. That's a tremendous fight, and I hope it happens. Just want to come on here and sit down and talk to you guys about Diego Pacheco's statement win over Sulecki and what Eddie Hearn wants to do with Diego. He wants to get him in there with Jaime Munguia and Canelo Alvarez. Of course, Canelo have to take care of business against Edgar in 2 weeks on the 14th of September, and then we'll see what's up. I mean, you can't count on no one in boxing, man. True School Sports, Brendan, my boy, over at True School Sports, he said, "What if?" Put up a video and asked the audience, "What if Edgar Berlanga wins?" Because you just can't count on anyone in boxing. Anyone with two hands inside a boxing ring has a chance. And yeah, what if Edgar Berlanga wins? What if? So you just never know, man. Boxing is a theater of the unexpected. Anything is possible in the sport. So, but yeah, business is business first. Edgar has to take care. Canelo has to take care of business against Edgar first. Let's see if he can get it done. Most likely, based on the odds and experience, he's likely to get it done, but we'll see. And if he does, and we can see Diego versus Canelo or Diego versus Pacheco, Jaime Munguia. Either way, it's two tremendous tests for Diego. Um, that's some tough fights for Diego, but this is what it takes to be great in sport of boxing, do big things, and make more money. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Austin Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.